yourself emotionally and spiritually,
or
blah blah blah.
whatever,
That
right?
like same kind of
Financial
topic
help
or whatever.
books,
But then there's also like the ones self-help books like this is how you're successful.
The ones that
written by the millionaires.
Yeah, the ones that
that
sell you, like they're selling you the lie, and it's weird how many people like just believe it. Mm-hmm. Like they just are like, no, it's real. Like this is a thing, right?
Yeah.
That's what blows my mind. Is how many people are so willing to like walk through fire because somebody else like did it, right? And they're just like, I'm willing to do this. Where like, the smart person's like, I'm just gonna like walk around.
Yeah, just gonna enjoy my life.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. I mean, I don't know if smart person's the right word, but you know what I'm saying, right? It's like, it's odd that like they'll fixate on it. They'll be like, no, like that's all that matters. I know because this is what somebody else told me. And it's like, okay, but like, are they really successful? Are they really happy?
An example of that, like a good example is, like there's still a few indigenous tribes, like, down South America or, a few places in the world where they're completely and utterly uncontacted by the modern world, So like they're still living in like huts they made from sticks and, twine and stuff like that. And they're living happy lives. I don't know what they make.
I love how you're just like, I know how huts are made. And
I've seen the odd one and
sticks and twine. And stuff. Yeah, mostly.
I'm well versed. I'm worldly.
Sometimes it's just you just grab some mud, you rub it on the side.
Who knows? Well, I mean, that's not the whole thing. Is there's all those YouTube videos of those guys digging holes and making mud houses or whatever.
Oh yeah,
with no tools, they make everything like right there in the video. But anyways,
yeah.
So there's these people that don't have literally anything that we think is important in this world. Like literally everything in this entire building. They don't have or have even seen any of this stuff.
I know I need a new apartment.
I'm
going to move next to a river and build a hut.
But like they're living
better than this.
Any of this, and a lot of them, they're happy. They're still living their lives. Like they've existed no problem without any of this, and like
for sure.
And sure we have all this, and a lot of it, like most of technology was invented to make our lives easier.
I love
it's
technology,
convenience.
though.
Like
technology is pretty awesome.
Myself, but at the same time, I was raised with it. I just
it's
hard enough. So like
better to.
Well, no, that's a big question though. Like that's what that's the question I like to pose to people because like it's funny because like even like watching how technology advances within our own generations of people who have the technology. Like watching my dad try to operate a smartphone, he might as well be one of those tribal people. Like so like
he's like hitting it with a rock.
Yeah, like right. Like, so he's like I don't need this is bullshit and like stuff and.
Oh, nice.
But
25 cents, man, you're cheap.
Well, sure, I'll throw a toonie in for you too if you want.
Yeah, you better. It all goes to the fund.
But so like and that's the thing is like that poses the question a lot of people like to ask is like, should we continue with technology? Should we advance? Should we explore the universe? Should we do all of this? In the idea that like we need to learn, we need to grow, we need to expand. But at the same time, there's a lot of people like you mean look at like the Amish, Hutterites, Mennonites, stuff like that.
People
a lot of them are happy without the technology. They're like, nope, I don't need to see the stars. I don't care about that stuff. I'm happy here. My lifetime.
I don't need to see the stars.
On the grand,
he just does this.
Well, no, I mean like visit the stars. Sorry,
up, yeah.
But like in the grand scheme of things,
what's he talking about?
His lifespan is a grain of sand on our whole planet, essentially. Like think of like the timeline of the universe. That's every grain of sand on the Earth. His lifespan is just one of those grains. So does it really matter what he does? In his mind, he's like, oh, whatever, man. I got my family, I got food in my belly, and a roof over my head. I'm happy. But then at the same time, it's like there's people who are curious that want to see more or like want to expand. So it's like, is that the question? Should we just live happily ever after in our medieval world kind of thing? And I mean, we're past medieval now, but like essentially just stop technology and should we just live with nothing, or should we continue? I mean, myself, I'm a huge advocate for technology advancement, and I mean, it can cause a lot of problems. Sure, it can create problems that we never had before. Obviously,
Terminator.
But yeah, Terminator, with AI, it's honestly starting to look like it could be a possibility at this point.
Yeah, definitely any AI movie.
But I don't know. I feel like
except the movie
it's
AI.
Almost kind of like, well, if you don't, what's the point? I mean, sure, yeah, it's like you can be happy just living a menial life, but I don't know. I would like to strive for greatness,
What does that even mean?
Well, for humanity, I think it'd be amazing.
What does that
if
mean?
we could eventually live in a Star Wars world,
where we
want
a lightsaber.
Where we could.
So you're basically
I want a lightsaber, bro. That is what I'm saying.
That's what's going on here.
100%.
He's like trying to skirt around the fact that he's just like, just give me a lightsaber. We'll call her good.
I actually prefer an X-Wing.
Did you see actually the other day? I don't know if it was true. That would be cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's true. I'd have to confirm this. But there was a dude who actually made a lightsaber. Was that real? Did you see that?
I don't know. I didn't see that. I know we have lasers
that are... You have your phone? Google it.
I know they have lasers that are powerful enough to cut through things. Like they use them in industry, or you can even get the handheld lasers you can order off of Amazon that I don't really have any more pop. So
we don't have pop?
Well, I only brought 2 with me.
Well, then ice it is, I guess. Ice it is. Yeah. Well, we'll start cooking here pretty soon. So maybe this is a good natural stop for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Try and get this remote to work.
Okay. Is this real? Okay.